Oh, man. I might say a couple of things about you here, nothing bad.
Yeah.
We have to offload someone else's train wagon, put them on the wall, squeeze your way in.
I want it quite wide.
You want it quite wide, yeah? Yeah. It's gonna smash into pieces, leaving a little bit more residue. I want you to get that first smell. Ready for it, bro?
Yes.
How many more people we got coming? Why are you interrogating me? We're gonna clean it before we put it back. Come closer, come closer. Oh. It's Monday, and I'm not in the yard. I am with KSI, and we are about to start the work on his custom YouTube room. You ready for it, bro?
Yes.
He's been waiting for a long time. It's taken a while, but it wasn't our fault. It was
the builders.
Yeah, it was the building's fault. We had to jump through multiple hoops, but thankfully the work's about to start. And you know, I was a bit surprised when I got here this morning. I thought, oh man, we're gonna have to wake him up. The man was up already, and it actually sounded like you were throwing hands. It sounded like you were training. So he was training or he was doing something. The trainers arrived in the yard. Let's get that offload started. So we've had our meeting, we've started, we're just gonna protect all the areas everywhere so we don't damage the rest of his house while we're doing the work in the YouTube room. Meeting done, heading back to the yard. Before I go back to the yard, I just had a chat with the lads. We're gonna put protective flooring down. We're also gonna cover some of the walls. At the end of each day, we put all our tools in here and we hoover the areas. Because it's in a building, we have to abide by certain rules. No noisy work before 9 a.m, only deliveries after 9:30 a.m. But I think we're set up, the lads are ready to go. I'm just gonna get a couple of the pictures of the work we're doing. I'm gonna put them on the wall. We have permission from JJ about what toilet we can use in the property. The guys now have a kettle and everything, so time to make a start. And this time, I'm going back to the yard. We have managed to get all of them now working. There was a pin missing in the valve, but we managed to find one, and now we can move them around rather easily. We're gonna connect a plug to this, and we're gonna see if it's working, the main one. If that one's working, then we're gonna connect all the other ones one by one. Then we're gonna come back and have a look at some of the seals, because some of the seals don't look great, but we'll only do that once we know it's actually working. We appear to have missed all the welding repair work and the spray work on this bucket. So we gouged out everywhere and we've welded it and made it nice and strong again. Now the train is offloaded. What we're actually gonna do is take this bucket and put it back on the LH60 and keep the other bucket as a spare. One of the main reasons we're doing that is because the cutting edge on this bucket has already shaped itself to clean the inside of the box wagons out that bit better. So in the 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, it's worn away and taken shape. When we use the new bucket over there, it was leaving a little bit more residue in each of the wagons because the cutting edge is still a flat surface. With the new bucket, we had a couple of leaks on it, but we think when we put this one back on, if we change a couple of O-rings, it should be good. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that person does not work for Ashville. And if that's the second transaction and they're outside, they need to take that stuff out of that van. That is not an Ashville transaction. I don't know who that man is. I don't know who sent him to collect. That's nothing to do with us.
But do you have this Daniel Ashville construction at your account, at your company?
Do we have a Daniel at Ashville? Yes, we have a Daniel.
So why is it? Because I placed the order through your email. That's what my question is.
You are talking to Daniel. I did not send you an email, and I do not make material orders. And I'm with the project manager. He's next to me, nor did he. His name is David. Whoever is in the branch trying to take materials is fraud.
So which means someone is using your email address or what?
Mate, I'm not an IT consultant, but somebody is they're going online and they're trying to, that person is not to be given materials. And if they already have materials, they need to get it out of the van because it's fraud.
Yeah, because we delivered some of the items at that site. That's why I'm...
Yeah, well,
This
on
one,
that site...
We didn't load him net, but...
Mate, not to mention, last month, someone ordered £800 of materials and that wasn't us either. So someone is using my name and doing something with emails and they're ordering. That wasn't us and we're not paying for it. Can I speak to the manager, please?
Yeah, he's on another call now, but we need to do it because we delivered this one and someone is using your email.
Okay.
Come an email to place orders. So it's...
What's the email?
It's the email here that's Daniel@ashvilleconstruction.co.
No, that's not my email address.
So what's the postcode of your account now?
Why are you interrogating me? You're supposed to stop him taking the material.
No, this one we stopped, but we did another delivery. That's why I'm much interested in it. We stopped him.
You're saying that he placed an order via my email?
He placed the 2 orders. Yeah,
That's not my email address, mate.
It's fine. Let me speak to my manager, please.
I need to speak to your manager, please.
It's fine. I'll call you back. It's fine.
No. I need to speak to your manager, please.
He's on another call now.
Well, I'll wait.
Okay.
That's Travis Perkins. They've called me because they've seen some suspect activity. A courier is trying to collect materials from the branch, saying that they're collecting because I sent an email. And Travis Perkins are telling me the email, and that's not my email address.
Yeah, just wait. He's on another call.
No problem, mate. This happened last month. There was £800 worth of materials that we know nothing about, and we're not going to pay for it. And now this has happened today. And luckily they called us, but they've already sent materials to the site today. So now Travis Perkins need to go to that site and work out what's going on. Somebody's made a fake email address for me and ordered material, but Travis Perkins have my email on file, and the email, just because it says Daniel and Ashville in it, that doesn't mean it's me.
Yeah.
But they've obviously released the materials, so.
Yeah, I'm actually...
The manager of the Travis Perkins called me, Paul.
Is it? Yeah.
And I said, I know nothing about it, but I came up to check if it was you. But
No, mate, I don't send no emails to Travis Perkins for materials.
and he knows the site address.
Here's the trouble, yeah? Someone has just used my email and worked out Ashville's this, that, and the end. They've sent an email and Travis Perkins have released the material. Boy, that's their own business. I never told them to release it. And we definitely ain't paying for it.
We are disputing 800 quid already.
Yeah, from last season, yeah? From last month, yeah? No, we're not paying that. Not only do I have to worry about getting the job, I've got to worry about getting it right. I've got to worry about getting paid. We've got to worry about everything else. And now I've got to worry about people nicking materials on our account. It's just like... Do you want to go through anything while we're waiting, David?
I'm placing the orders for materials now. Like the carpet is nearly confirmed now.
Okay. When are we going to build up this floor for the seating area?
We know where it's going.
Yeah.
So probably we need to run the cables first. Yes.
Fine.
The guys went to measure the bathrooms
Okay.
for the slabs.
Yeah.
So he might use 4 slabs which are in UK.
Yeah.
She likes, and do a feature wall with LED lights behind.
Okay.
So it looks like a lovely wall.
Yeah.
There's lots of things to discuss.
Yeah. I can't wait anymore, man. I'll have to wait for them to call me back. I can't sit on hold all day, man. Right.
I will call them. I'll tell them they need to call.
Yeah. Last week, I put up my little basketball net in the backyard right next to the bagging plant. Well, we're going to begin that work on the fence in the bagging area. So the boys are just having to tidy up over there. Once it's clean, we'll probably run the sweeper over it either today or tomorrow. So when you're working there, it's not dusty. It's Tuesday. I'm in the yard. It's a rainy day, but day's going well. We got over 1,000 tonne of material going out today. We've got another 1,000 tonne going out tomorrow. So everybody is busy in the yard. Preparing for tomorrow for the subcontractor day for all the subbies to pop down and have a look at the job. And the day after, we have the client meeting. Office is nice and clean. It isn't always, but it's nice and clean at the moment. So I got the old Tipper Slippers on, or just Tippers, however you say it. Seeing this makes me think of the merch, and with the Ashville hoodies, we are actually sold out a size large. So if you are large, you have to wear an XL or squeeze your way into a medium at the moment. But thank you to everyone who's bought an Ashville hoodie. Now, we released a skip boat video. I was calling it speedboat, but everyone shut me down and said it's just a skip boat. If you haven't seen it, click here to watch that video. And we did a poll on YouTube, and over 10,000 people responded. Thanks for that. Now, I was a little bit surprised at the results. Like, that was my idea, to have a big skip cooking pot. You know, you can make a massive soup and stir it around and then serve loads of people with it. Only 6% of people said that. I was a bit disheartened by that. But a lot of you were talking about the skip train. Now, just to be clear on the skip train will only work in our yard. Network Rail aren't going to let me put a skip train out on the main line, so that would only be able to go up and down in our yard if we ever extended the track, which at the moment I have no plans in doing. Some other cool ideas that people came up with is to make a skip tank. So basically turn the skip upside down and make it like a tank for paintballing. I like that. A lot of people suggesting collaborations with other people. Other suggestions like a hovercraft, the skip hovercraft. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm trying to figure out how to do that and how I can do it without bankrupting myself and it actually working in the process. And some other people said, find a way to get it in the sky and just drop it and see what happens. I could tell you what's going to happen, mate. It's going to smash into pieces, and it's probably going to damage something when it hits the ground as well. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that, but I'm definitely going to research and have a think about some of the collabs that you suggested, and part 2 of that video will be coming soon. So we've made some changes to the skip boat, and we're just waiting for the tide to work with us, because there's a tide timetable. I wanted to drop it in the water week before last, but I couldn't because of when the high and the low tide was. So I'm trying to plan it for about 2 to 3 weeks. So hopefully the tide will be courteous to us. Let us get the boat in the water, get out to sea, bring it back, then get it back out, because I can't actually leave it there. And that's it for Tuesday. I've got an important Zoom coming up at 4 o'clock. The time is 2:51 p.m. And that's it for now. What a load of waffle. We're going to clean it before we put it back.
Yeah, bro.
I need you to sit in this chair.
Okay.
To imagine. Okay, now. Here's your workspace.
Okay, it looks a bit different.
Yeah. Here's your workspace.
Yeah.
You're going to be working at this. Now, we need to work out where to put your green screen. So if you're sitting at your chair, are you going to kick off and go back? Or do you want to be sat at your desk? So when we drop your green screen, we were thinking of going around here.
Yeah.
So it's behind you.
I think that's, yeah, because I'm quite animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think that kind of makes sense.
That works, yeah?
Have a bit of space.
Do you want to be able to walk around it when it's down? Or do you want to have to put it back up? Because I don't know how wide you're going to be filming. Do you know what I mean?
I'd want it quite wide.
You want it quite wide, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, bro.
That's it.
You're free.
Safe. I'm free.
Yeah. We can't carry on unless we get that information.
No.
All right, bro.
I'm excited.
The factory are making your unit for here, and we got a couple of meetings today and tomorrow. And the unit for your bedroom is coming tomorrow.
Okay.
As well. So we'll arrange it with you when we can do it.
Well, yeah.
It's not urgent. We could do it if you're traveling soon.
Yeah, so I think I'll let you know. Yeah, because my schedule keeps changing.
Cool. Just let us know, or let Abs know something, just when you're traveling.
How long will it take?
It's not long. We've been there for about 3 days.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right, thanks, bro.
All right, nice.
It's Wednesday. And as you can see, I'm not in the yard. Working on the KSI YouTube run. Came down here for a quick site meeting this morning to have some decisions made, which he made very quickly. I'm going to leave site in a moment, and I need to head to the other job where you saw the boreholes happening, because today is the supplier day. And in the yard, the train has arrived. with David at the site. Just finishing up with, well, I'm just finishing up with the suppliers. David's got to stay here for the rest of the day. I'm going back to the yard. A good day. How many more people we got coming? 2 or 3? Three. Still got 3 people coming. The time is 1:10. I'm going to find myself something to eat on the way back, and David is going to stay here and man the ship.
Eat a sandwich.
Yeah, and eat a sandwich, yeah. My friend Craig from Vino Magna. It's got this electric Porsche. You've seen one of his companies, ECS, they put the aircon units in my office. Click here to see a video where I created a new office for myself out of a shipping container. And he also does bespoke wine cellars. But I don't know how I feel about this electric Porsche. I didn't like it originally, but I think it's definitely growing on me.
Use the left 3 lanes to take exit 15 towards M4.
Turn off this foolishness, man. Like I don't know where I'm going. Nonsense, man. Shut up. I just had a chat with Terry while driving back to the yard. I like to not wait till I get to the yard to have the conversation. I want to know what's going on, so when I get to the yard, I know what to address immediately. And had some good news. I told you about a job 2 weeks ago, and I said we were going to start doing the work, the one where all our drivers needed the MQPC. It never happened, the work got put off, but now the work is starting tomorrow. We're going to be helping them out for a while. We have 3 trains booked for next week already, and I am told that the 3 trains, not next week, the week after, is also going to be stepped up because the demand is stepping up. It's good that the plan is coming together. I'm happy. We've had a few hurdles and a few challenges over the past months, but we're still here, and the fact that we're still here means that all the opportunity that we've tried to prepare for, it looks like it's beginning to happen. And we've got 3 build jobs starting. It's beginning to happen. It's happening. It's, I can't see the time. It's 4:15. The lads are getting back. A lot of them are loading for the morning. We're just trying to put a plan in place. Next week, the other materials that are coming in here, we need to have a tidy up. We've got 2 Type 1 bays, and we've got the overflow bay full of Type 1 as well. But with 1,000 ton going out tomorrow, but a train coming in, that bay will probably be full. So the next bay, we're probably going to move the ballast down, and the next bay next to that will be 6F5. But I have to have a think whether we want to keep the Type 1 and the 6F5 so close by. If you remember, a long time ago, I had a bunch of signs made. So I do have a sign for the 6F5 because I did always know that that was going to happen. Primary 6F5. None of that yet either. So let's put that back. You're getting an idea of the materials that will be coming in here now. Now I'm going to go and do watch through of weekly episode 85, I think, 85. I'm going to watch through that. Sorry, Tel, is he new? Yeah. Yeah, okay. How's he getting on? Thursday morning, and I'm on the road again. Daniel is rolling on the road again. This morning I have a meeting at Scania. We are going to have discussions. There have been a couple of instances where my office and Scania's office, how can I say this? They've had very harsh words, and there was a bit of mudslinging going on. There was a couple of things that Scania did that my staff didn't like, and there's a couple of things that we did that Scania didn't like. So I think the best way to sort something like this out is for everybody to sit down together and discuss what's really good and how we can move forward. And it's very important because our lorries being on the road is like, it's of paramount importance to us. We need them lorries working, we need them on the road, we need them to be MOT'd fast, and we need them to be reliable. So Terry is meeting me down here, and we're gonna sit down with the people at Scania and see if we can't work a positive way forward. And there's a train in the yard. Let's get it offloaded. back in the yard. The train is nearly offloaded. A long time ago, when I did this office, I bought this coffee machine. Now I bought this coffee machine because it was, investors laughing at me because it was matte black, yeah? And one day I tried to make a coffee and it didn't work. And all now I wasted my money because it's just sat here the whole time. Until I said to Vesha, listen, I want to spend all my money on this thing, it don't even work. And it turns out that all this does is grind the beans. So Vesha's got me a kettle and she's got me this thing.
The French presser.
She's got me, what?
The French presser.
Yeah, and she got me this French presser. So we have a very important client meeting, the same specification meeting as we did last time, but the client is coming back to advance the plans further. Vesha is doing a test cup of tea, so when the people come here, coffee. So Vesha is doing a test cup of coffee, and we're gonna see if it works, so when the people come, we can brew a fresh coffee and make it smell hospitable. That's what we're trying to do.
The aroma.
The aroma, yeah, we're gonna have fresh coffee here, the aroma.
What are the beans?
The beans, all right. My favorite coffee, see it there? Jamaican Blue Mountain Gold Cup. These coffee beans win awards. This is the coffee that I have. There you go, Vesha. Vesha, make it strong. I really feel like things are going in our favor. Just had a call from Lee Bear and the L860 stick has arrived. Yes, it's in the country. So I spoke to Lee Bear and we want to go up there. I want to have a look at it. They're going to wrap it in black so it matches the rest of the L860. We're going to film it and we believe that our roll-on, roll-off crane lorry, if we put the flatbed on it, we can transport it here ourselves and they're going to fit the new stick on the L860 in this yard, which is just in time because hopefully by what I told you yesterday, the trains are going to be ramping up. I want you to get that first smell. Come closer, come closer. You ready?
Yeah. Lovely.
Yes?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? See it there? That yeah. Smells like the Jamaican Blue Mountains. Now, once again, it's time to rearrange my office for the meeting. Let's do it. It's Friday morning, I'm in the yard. We are moving around.
That new mankini you just ordered.
My new mankini, yeah? Because Terry dresses like Borat when he goes on holiday, yeah? He's trying to put me in that same bracket, but that is untrue. Let's show a picture now of Terry in a mankini. Yes, let's show that picture on screen from Terry's holiday in Lanzarote. Yes, as I said before I was rudely interrupted, it's Friday and I'm in the yard. We've had a cement delivery, thankfully, and we are now moving the ballast again into the bay at the end, and we're gonna have the 6F5 material that's coming, we're gonna have it next to the Type 1. We're just gonna have to make sure we keep it very clean there so there's no cross-contamination. Also, in the other yard, we are making the gate for the bagging area where it's gonna be closed off. So we're making the gate here and then we're gonna take it over there. Click here to see a video where I went to an auction and all my lorries got nicked off me for hardly any money, which I'm still fuming about. However, one of the lorries has turned up on the other side of the globe. Let's have a look. Right, and the country where it is forgive me, I wasn't great at geography. It's in, Burkina Faso. Do you know how to pronounce it, Will? You went good school. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Don't you know?
No.
Anyway, that's where the 08 plate DAF aluminium body tipper has turned up, and it looks like it's gone to a good home, but they've kept the Ashville mud flaps on there. So don't be trying to switch lanes or drive in erratically for them to be calling this office long distance, complaining about your driving. But glad to see the lorry's gone to a good home.
I might change my mind. All right, mate, sound. Cheers.
I'm about to go on a Zoom, yeah, and
15 on the grab, please, and just as close to the 16 on the little tipper, yeah, please?
that's Simon. We have a job tomorrow, which we're going to try and film for you, where we have to offload someone else's train wagons with our grab lorry, and we couldn't find a driver to do it. So Terry and I are here racking our brains, thinking, who are we going to get to do it? Maddie's busy, Ollie's not in, Ben's not here, Ross is doing other work. We couldn't think of who we're going to get to do it. And Will comes out the blue and tells us a driver who can do it. So well done, Will.
Will saved us
What, you
that.
transport manager?
Yeah, yeah. Will's a new...
You can have that title if you want.
Don't try and be clever. After my meetings yesterday, I have to change the layouts and plans of a house, and something very important, I need to put a service duct in this property. I need somewhere where I can run a lot of ducting because the house is going to be fully air conditioned. So I'm going to amend these plans for meetings which we have next week. The host will let you in soon. The host hasn't let me in yet. Oh, here he is. Look at the background. Hold on, what's that? Nah, this is jokes.
Can you hear me?
Woo, there you are. I can hear you. Can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. Let me just try something.
You need to fire your audio guys, man.
The Ashville video team have got this footage of you saying what you said, so I would take time. Next thing you know, there's a diss track out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I'd be careful.
Let me put the drawings on the screen.
Cool, you've removed the bifold doors, but can you put build the wall out and just label it as a feature? Just put something in front so it looks like something's there. He said he's not going to use the garage, and even if he did, it's only going to be one car. Trouble is, I would probably want the mega float and the boiler on the other wall in the top right corner because I need to vent the boiler.
Ah, of course.
You see, I got to vent the boiler there, so I just... Well, it does sound like it was. And as Mike Tyson said when he was questioning an interview once, I never heard anybody say that. I heard you say that. And as they say when there's a bad smell, the one who smelt it dealt it more often than not, yeah? Your provocation was unsuccessful. I can inform you that, of course, I am going to Germany with Wilson. Of course, Mercedes are sending me business class because I'm a businessman, not a businessman. You understand? And I have a separate room. Sorry, a suite. Yeah? And so does Wilson. I'm just happy that you have fun at work and you enjoy yourself and that you have the time to suggest and throw and sling that mud around. If I wasn't here to defend myself, Lord only knows how this rumour could have gained momentum.
It would have grown legs.
It would have grown legs. It would.
And it's still white yet.
Right. Yeah. It's Saturday, and I'm in the yard.
He's come dressed as a security guard.
And Terry is a shegger.
With his boots on.
And apparently I've come dressed like a security guard. See the thing about Terry, yeah? Terry thinks he's funny, but he's not. Terry thinks that I've come dressed as a security guard. What happened yesterday when I got back, there was holes in my boots because those boots were made for walking, and that's what they were doing. One of us has to be around the yard and see what's going on. I did so much walking, carrying Terry, yeah, that there were holes in my boots. And then I thought to myself, do you know what? Terry is doing a great job, and I want to be more like Terry, and I want to be in the gang. So I had an idea that didn't work out.
Of course I'm scared. Oh, wow, stop messing about, man. You're going to do it or you're not in it. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Can you put it back on my head? Alright, cool, take it up. Now my head's starting to look kind of round, man. What's wrong with my head's always round? What, you think your head's square? Well, I'm not sure I don't think my head's square, which is looking mad round.
And there you have it.
Holy moly!
There you have it. It's out. The cat is out the bag. I wanted to be in the gang with Terry, Frighty, Ara, you know what I mean? So I cut my hair short. Sun was shining. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to keep this trim, but what I'm saying, I feel like a bit more one with the elements, and it feels a bit cold because after I'm a tropical people as well. So.
Tropical people, as we said again, he was born in Harlesden.
What do you mean I was born in Harlesden? That doesn't mean I'm not a tropical people. How does that don't mean I'm not a tropical people because I'm...
Through Harlesden, it wasn't that tropical.
Yeah, Harlesden's not tropical, but that doesn't mean I'm not a tropical people. You know what I mean? Because I was born in a biscuit tin, it don't make me a biscuit, does it? Trying it. Anyway, it's Saturday and I'm in the yard and Terry is trying it because that's what Terry does. But I'm gonna rise above it. A few days back, there was when Terry was actually being serious for a second, because such a thing is possible. And we were talking about new lorries. Now, I spoke to a couple of manufacturers and I'm getting delivery dates of the end of 2023. Now, while that might seem like a long time, that kind of fits in with what we're doing here, because at the end of 2023, I think we've got about, 16 lorries paid off?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we should have about 16, 17 lorries paid off finance, which we own. And we're gonna run them for another 3 years while they're still on full R&M. So our cash flow will be massively changed. So we're probably going to order a couple of tippers. I tried to say, I want 10 tippers, and they went, no, we can't agree to 10 tippers. But I said, for now, we'll go for 5 and we'll stagger them. So end of 2023, we'll have one, another 2 months, we'll have another one, another 2 months, and every 2 months, we'll get a new one. Try to run those lorries alongside our existing ones, which are paid off, keep our cost base as it is, other than, of course, driver, fuel, and insurance, and try to increase our revenue. That's the plan anyway, innit, Tezza? You chief, trying it, man. We're almost ready for the train on Monday. We're swapping around a couple of the signs so the bays are labelled correctly. Flo and Tayu are over there. The yard is looking good. Yard is a different place in the summer. Jules is walking up the stairs, but Jules don't want to be on camera, so we can't film her. But I will say about Jules, whenever I'm getting buried, yeah, Jules seems to be involved somehow. Yeah, every time someone goes to bury me, Jules is like the person next to them, pops her head round the corner. Yeah, man was getting buried. What they saying about him, yeah? So yeah, Jules is an accomplice and what we call a repeat offender. Always trying it. Why are you laughing for, Terry? These people, man. It's all right, Terry. I understand. Terry, do you know what it is? I'm just happy that you enjoy your work. Another man who enjoys his work, that is Wilson. Wilson is out with Nathan. And while we're normally in the yard cleaning out train wagons, we are somewhere else cleaning out train wagons with a grab lorry. Let's have a look how they get on. And we're back in the yard. That's it for Saturday. I'm gonna try, when the yard calms down, to do a little bit of work on my shoulder because I didn't train last week because I was unwell. And then try and start my training again from tomorrow. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 86. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before. And click here for last week's episode, which was number 85. So I come to work and people just try to diss me and bury me and make up rumors about me. It's a good thing I was here to defend myself. Slander.